Good day, Brunswick County. I'm Cathy Altman, President of the Brunswick County Chamber of Commerce and your host of Chamber Highlights. We're building community and supporting business. Today's guests include Lisa Winfree and Jimmy Green of Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation. They're here to discuss the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts program. Also joining us today is Linda Rumsey from Communities in Schools. Let's first welcome Lisa Winfree and Jimmy Green. Lisa, Jimmy, welcome to today's show.
Thank you.
Very happy to have you with us today to talk about a wonderful project that Brunswick Electric has installed a few years ago. It's the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts program. Tell us a little bit about the program, Lisa.
Well, this started in 2008. It's a employee and community effort to raise money to help the elderly, families that are going through economic hard times due to loss of job, medical expenses. It's a way to provide funds to help them with their heating bills of all types.
And Jimmy, how do you determine which families can receive this assistance?
We don't determine that, Brunswick Electric. That's determined by the agencies we provide the money to, and all that information is kept confidential.
And who are the agencies that you work with?
Well, in Brunswick County, it's Brunswick Family Assistance. In Columbus County, it's Department of Aging.
Now, some of our viewers may say, Columbus County, why Columbus County? Tell us about the districts that are the counties that Brunswick Electric services.
Well, see, we serve over 86,000 customers in 4 counties. That's Brunswick, Columbus, Bladen, and Robeson counties.
And so the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts program not only benefits Brunswick County residents, but also the Bladen County, Columbus County, and Robeson County.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so people can donate money on throughout the year, or is it just as a specific time of year?
We start our program campaign in September, and it runs through March of the following year. In our newsletter that went out in January, there's an envelope and our plea for the year for people to donate money to the fund.
And is there a minimum amount that people can donate?
No, we have donations anywhere from $2 to $1,000.
Jimmy, how much money has been raised since the program started?
In the 3 years, we've raised over $253,000, and that's with Brunswick Electric's matching funds.
So Brunswick Electric matches funds, and I'm sure there's a limit of how much can be matched, but that is an awesome amount of money. That means many families are going to bed warm and waking up warm. So what a wonderful program that Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation is doing, as well as many other programs that you do. Let's talk a little bit about the savings program that was recently, I guess that was in 2011. Mm-hmm. It's a savings plan. If you've got a card, mm-hmm. Which we've got a sample of the card. It's an oversized mm-hmm. sample card,
yes.
But you can save on prescriptions. Mm-hmm. What other items can you save on?
Well, the local businesses participate in this as well, and it's not only local businesses, it's co-ops all over the United States that are
that offer this card.
Thank you.
We're a good team here, aren't we? So, and they're everything from prescriptions to retail stores.
Right, to dine out, to all kinds of companies and businesses participate.
And how could our viewers get that card if they don't have it already?
All they have to do is be a member of Brunswick Electric. We did a mailing of those cards earlier last year, and when someone becomes a new member, they also get a card.
So if they don't have a card, feel free to contact us and we'll make sure they get one.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you this, on that card, is there a website that they can go and actually see who is participating for the discounts?
Yes. They can go to our website, which is www.BEMC.org.
Very good. Now let's talk a little bit more. I want to know a little bit more, too, about the Warm Homes, Warm Hearts. You said that you reach out with Brunswick Family Assistance and then the Columbus County Council on Aging. And so they are able to provide family names, which of course are confidential, are they seeing an increase in the need? With the economy being the way that it has been over the past few years, are they seeing an increase in families requesting this need?
Oh, I'm sure they are. We really don't have any information.
So they
about
don't
that.
provide like
No.
the stats on that of,
No.
of if it's increased 10%. Okay. I was curious about that because the economy has been, you know, floundering for the past several years, and I know more and more people are out of work. And
Exactly.
Exactly.
All we do is we provide matching funds up to $50,000, and we've not met the $50,000 yet, and we'd love to do that this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit more about Brunswick Electric itself. How many years has it been in operation? You know, I grew up here, and both of you did as well. I always remember BEMC. When was Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation formed?
Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation was formed in 1939.
1939. And today, approximately how many employees are there?
We have approximately 150 employees.
What a wonderful thing to have grown and grown with the county, supplying the electrical needs of all the residents of not only Brunswick County, but 4 counties.
Right.
And was the original location here in Brunswick County?
The original was in Columbus County.
In Columbus County.
Right.
And then branched out to include the other counties.
Correct.
But now your main headquarters is located here in Charlotte?
Well,
That's right.
actually in Supply.
In Supply. You want to give us that address?
That's the physical address is 795 Ocean Highway West, Supply, North Carolina, 28462. But our mailing address is the P.O. Box 826, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28459.
Very good. And then if people wanted to make a donation, where would they mail that donation to, Jimmy?
The donation goes mailed to BEMC, Post Office Box 826, Charlotte, North Carolina.
826, Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's correct.
28470 or
28459.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, they can also make donations by putting it in an envelope and dropping it off at any one of our offices or dropping it off one of our night deposit boxes.
Let's now welcome Linda Ramsey. Linda, welcome to today's show.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Very glad to have you here.
Good to be here.
And you are the Dropout Prevention Director for Communities in Schools. So
Yes,
tell
I
us what that means.
Well, that means I oversee a program in our middle schools called Action for Success. We have full-time success coaches in Cedar Grove Middle, Charlotte Middle, and Leland Middle. So I oversee those programs.
And the Action for Success is to make sure that these middle school students understand the importance of staying in school and what that can mean for their future.
That's correct. And so many of our students today have so many issues, whether they're behavioral or socioeconomic, truancy, academic. Students are referred to us if there are things going on that they feel we can help. And we have tutors come in for kids who need that little extra help in math or reading, things like that. We do have a counselor that comes in, and we have mentors that come in and spend a little time with our students. The neat thing about having the success coaches at the schools is that they are there full time. So if a student is having maybe a hard time with another student, he knows that he can pop in that class and say, hey, I have this problem. How am I going to deal with this? What should I do? Or sometimes the kids will come in and say, a teacher is picking on me, as they do at middle school, and sometimes everything is all about them. So how do I deal with the teacher? How do I deal with other kids? And it kind of takes the stress out of the situation if they know that they can come in, pop in, and talk to them.
So now there are success coaches in place at all of the middle schools?
At the three middle schools. We don't have them in all the middle schools. We'd love to have success coaches everywhere.
But funding won't allow for that. We understand that.
That's the truth. So, we do have them at the 3 middle schools right now, and it's been great for the kids. The kids get used to having them, so they'll work with these success coaches for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Now, when they get into high school, are there success coaches in the high schools?
At this time, there are no success coaches in the high school.
How about a mentoring program?
Well, this is what I'm helping to talk about today, is starting a mentoring program at West Brunswick High School. And what I'd like to do is backtrack just a little bit and talk a little bit more about the middle school to explain that situation a little more. In the middle school, we also have the mentors, as I mentioned, and we have the mentors come during their lunch period. The middle schools just have 4 blocks during the day, so they have 2 core classes and 2 electives. And if a student is already being pulled from an elective for tutoring, for example, we don't want to pull them from a class for mentoring. So a mentor will come during their lunch period and spend that 20 minutes or so with a student, and it gives them that chance to talk about what's going on in their lives, talk about anything. You know, they can talk to the mentors about a problem they have with a student, how to deal with a particular person or a particular situation or what's going on in their home life. So it gives them that outlet, and most of the mentors come on a weekly basis, and it's, like I said, it's about a half an hour. Some mentors come more, and they mentor a couple students. And it works really well. And the kids, I go to all 3 of the schools, and invariably one student or another will say, "Oh, darn, you know, Mr. Jim can't make it today. Who am I going to talk to?"
So they look for that mentor, and they rely on them.
They really do for a lot of things.
School students need that. I mean, yes, they can talk to teachers and they can talk to guidance and their success coaches, but sometimes that mentor can be a huge turning point for these students.
It really can be on a lot of different levels. I mean, they can say something to the mentor that maybe they wouldn't be comfortable saying to a teacher or the guidance counselor they're there and they're willing to listen. But sometimes kids just need to vent, for one thing. And the mentors can also talk about careers and college and all these other things as well. And it's done on a very informal basis, which probably works, you know, even better. So all of a sudden then, at the end of the school year, we have our 8th graders graduating. Well, think back to when you went into high school. You're high on the totem pole in 8th grade, and you are low man. Sub-low
man on the totem pole in 9th grade.
Exactly. And not only that, but you're going to being funneled into a school that's large and new. You know, they haven't been there.
And maybe there are also new students, because then you've got the higher grades.
That's right.
That are in the school also. So it is overwhelming. It really can be.
It really is.
So now you're looking for mentors for West Brunswick.
Yes.
Do you have a training program?
I do. And yes, we're not going to throw you to the wolves. Everyone will be trained, and I will always be at the other end of the phone, you might say, for anyone who has any questions. And I am working with Mr. Woods on this, who is the principal of West Brunswick High. So we're really hoping to put this program in place. So he and I will always be available to the mentors as anything comes up. If you feel, if a mentor feels that they need to talk to us about anything. We do have a training program. The school does require background checks. Of course. So we get you set up and we get you going.
So if our viewers are interested in becoming or learning more about becoming a mentor, how do they contact you, Linda?
They can contact me at my office. My number is 253-5327, and my extension is 1434. Or they can email me, and that would be ciskids, K-I-D-S, at ATMC.net. And I will give them more information. We will, as soon as I start getting some names, we're going to start having trainings, and we'll get this show on the road.
And what is your goal? How many mentors would you like to have to begin this program at West Brunswick?
I would like all the mentors I can get. And I can put mentors at West Brunswick. That's my main goal right now. But if somebody is thinking, gee, I'd really like to start with a 6th grader and stay with them through 12th grade,
right.
as some kids need.
You can do that
some
as well.
Don't. You can do that as well, and I'd be more than happy to connect someone with one of the middle schools in the area.
And not only is it rewarding for the student, but I have to say it's rewarding for the mentor. I've had the good fortune of assisting some high school students over the past few years. What a rewarding feeling that is, knowing that you have been able to show someone that they may say, well, I can't go to college, I can't afford college, but to show them that there are alternatives to continuing education right here in Brunswick County.